class, welcome to our class today, and we're going to continue with Unit 8. The topic is film, Lesson 4, Communications. To start, we're going to play a small game called Conversation Puzzle Game. And I'm going to give each of you a package of a A4 card and many pieces of paper with sellotape attached behind them. And what you have to do is to rearrange all of these pieces onto the card to make a meaningful conversation. And there are 3 people in this conversation. It starts with Tom and ends with Tom. And there are 2 more people, which are Sally and John. So now I'm going to give you the package and you can start right away. So Team A and Team B has just finished their work and we have this conversation here. Now can you look at the screen and check your answers?
Hey, let's go out for dinner. Good idea. I like Japanese food. So do I, but I can't eat raw fish. I can't either. How about you, Sally? Neither can I. We can order a bento and skip the raw fish. Sure. How about having something to drink after dinner? I'm afraid I can't. I need to go home early to finish my art project. I can't either. But why don't we have some Japanese green tea there? Oh, it's okay. I will book a table in advance. You two get ready and hurry up. Give me 5 minutes and I'll be right at the door. I will too. See you guys later.
Alright, so I think it's Team A and Team B got the correct answer, but I think Team B was faster, so Team B is the winner in this game. Congratulations! Okay, so now I need you to look at the conversation again and tell me which are the structures or which are the sentences that they use to give suggestions. How about Berlin?
Hey, let's go out for dinner.
Okay, the first one is let's go out for dinner.
The second is how about having something to drink after dinner?
Number 2, how about having something to drink after dinner?
And but why don't we have some Japanese green tea there?
Number 3, but why don't we have some Japanese green tea there?
Yeah.
Okay, we have 3 of those suggestions. Okay, thank you, Valin, for telling me 3 of these suggestions. So now can any of you tell me how they say when they want to accept a suggestion? What did Sally say when Tom asked, let's go out for dinner?
It's good idea.
Good idea. Is there any other way that you can find in the conversation to accept the suggestions?
Is I can't.
I can. No, I can't means that you cannot. You cannot go. But is there any other way? When Sally asked, why don't we have some Japanese green tea? What did John say to accept it?
It's okay.
It's okay. It's okay. It's also another way to accept the suggestions. But when you cannot do it, when you don't want to do it, and you want to decline, what will you say? And what did Tom say when John suggests, or Sally? What did he say to decline a suggestion?
Tom said, I'm afraid I can't.
I'm afraid I can't. I'm afraid I can't. Okay, so is this the way that we going to say when you want to decline a suggestion? Okay, so today we're going to learn how to accept and decline a suggestions in different ways. So as you can see in the conversation, we have many ways to give suggestions. So today we're going to review how to give suggestions and we learned how to decline and accept them. So if you look at the screen, you can see we got two ways to give us suggestions that you have learned in the previous lesson. How about with verb ing and less with verb infinitive? Chúng ta đã từng học hai cách để đưa ra lời gợi ý, đó là how about cộng với verb ing và cách thứ hai đó là less cộng với verb infinitive. Và ở trong bài thì chúng ta cũng đã nhìn thấy là có một số cách để đưa ra cái lời gợi ý cũng như là đồng ý và từ chối các cái lời gợi ý này. Ví dụ như là that's a great idea, I'd love to, but that's too far for me to travel. So now I need you to talk with your partner and discuss to find more way to accept and decline the suggestions. And I need you to write down onto your notebook a table. In this part, you're going to write down the ways to accept the suggestions, and this side, you're going to write down ways to decline them. Okay, I'm going to give you 2 minutes to work with your partner, and then later, can you tell me the different ways? Okay? Okay, so your time is up. So now we're going to find out more about ways to accept and decline the suggestions. So, Quỳnh Anh, can you tell me one way to accept suggestions?
I saw in the movie they say, count me in or I'm in.
Okay, count me in or I'm in mean that you want to do with them, right? So it's the way to accept suggestions. And how about if you don't want to go and you want to decline it? What would you say?
I'm busy.
You're busy. You don't want to go. You say I'm busy.
Yeah.
Okay, it's the good way. Because you're busy, you can't go. How about Zhang? Can you tell me another way to accept suggestions?
I will say, it sounds great.
It sounds great, yeah. And yours also sounds great too. And how about the way that you declined it?
I will say, no, thank you.
Yeah, it's a polite way. You can see that it's a very polite way that we can do. Say no, but thank you, right? So now, can you look at the screen? I'm going to show more ways that you can accept and decline of the suggestions. So for example, if you want to say something is nice for you, say, it sounds good, or sounds interesting, or sounds great to me, it means that you want to join. Or you say, I'm up for it, or just as Quỳnh Anh just said, I'm on it, count me in, I'm in, right? Or you can say, I can't agree more, sure, let's do it. It means that you're really eager to do that thing. And if you don't want to go, you can try, no thanks, like Zhang just said, thanks, but I can't, is the same way. Or that's not my type, it means that you don't like it, it's not my cup of tea, or my interest, my thing, my favorite, all of those mean you don't like it. And or you can say another way or another thing that you want to do, like I would rather, or I had better not, I'm busy, I'm not interested. Okay, so these are ways that you can accept and decline. So now I need you to take a minute to note down onto your notebook, and your time starts now. Alright, so you have finished written down all of these ways to suggest and accept and decline the suggestions. So now can you look at your exercise 1, and I need you to listen the conversation and then pay attention to the highlighted sentences and tell me which one they use to decline and which one they use to accept the suggestions.
Track 57, Unit 8, Films. Page 86. Communication. Everyday English. Accepting and declining suggestions. Activity 1. Listen and read the conversations. Pay attention to the highlighted sentences. How about going to the cinema tonight?
That's a great idea.
Let's go to see A Nightmare at My Cinema tonight.
I'd love to, but that's too far for me to travel.
Okay, so which one is the way that we express when we want to say when we want to accept a suggestions? Which one? The first one or the second one?
The
Phương Anh?
one.
The first one, yes. And of course, the second one is the way that we decline the suggestions. Okay, that's a great work. So now I need you to work in pairs and practice making similar conversation with these following situations. So the first one, student A going to suggest going to cinema and student B going to accept it. So now I need you to work for 1 minute and then go to the board and present your work. So can you two of you go to the board and present your work?
Do you want to go to the cinema with me?
Excuse me, can you speak louder so everyone can hear?
Okay. Do you want to go to the cinema with me? Yes, I'd love to.
Okay, do you think do you think two of them got the very interesting conversation?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, Linh had just suggest and Linh also say yes to it. I think they did a great work. So now can you look at, you can go back to your seat. Thank you. And you can listen and try to correct your work.
Hey, let's go to the cinema this weekend. Good idea. I'd like action movie. So do I. I'll see you 6 p.m. this Sunday. Great. See you.
Okay, now we're going to get to the second situations. In the second situations, one student going to suggest going for a picnic, but student B will decline. So who wants to go to the board? Okay, you two, please.
Can you go for the picnic with me? No, thanks, but maybe tomorrow.
Okay, yeah, I think Linh did a really great job. She said no thanks, but she also suggests maybe tomorrow. Very good. Okay, thank you. Excellent. So now can you look at my model conversations and compare with your work?
It's sunny today. How about going for a picnic? Oh, sorry, I can't. I have lots of homework to do. That's a pity. Maybe next time. Sure.
All right, so now we're going to the last situations. In the last situations, student A suggests playing badminton after school, and student B accepts it. So I need a pair to go to the board. Who's volunteer? Yay, thank you. Go, come on. Okay, so who went off and who will answer?
Me.
All right, okay, go on.
Hey, would you like to play badminton with me?
Good.
Yes, I can.
All right. Would you like to play badminton with me? It's a great way. Excellent, brilliant. Thank you.
Hi, teacher.
So now you can look at the model conversations and compare with your work.
Let's play badminton after class. It sounds nice. Where should we play? How about the park behind school? Good idea.
So now we're going to listen to the conversations and fill in the blanks with the words you hear. And now look at the conversation. Can you tell me how many speakers are there in the conversations and who are they? You please?
There in the conversation is Tom and Lan.
Tom and Lan, so how many?
And there are 2 speakers.
There are 2 speakers, Tom and Lan. Okay, and what is the topic that they are talking about? Are they talking about food, or are they talking about game or sports, or what are they talking about?
They talking about the film.
They're talking about films.
Lan's favorite film.
They're talking about Lan's favorite films. All right, so if you look at the blanks, you can see that what kind of words that you have to put here. What kind of words? For example, the first one, what kind of film do you like, blah, blah, blah. So it is the way that he wants to ask about her favorite films, right? So think about the structures and keep it for yourself, and later we check after we listen. All right, so when Lan say I love, it should be a kinds of films, or types of films. And number 3, maybe, can you guess what should be here? Can you guess? Okay, Sang?
Adjective.
Yes, it should be an adjective, right? Good. And number 4. What number 4? What kind of words? It's the questions, and it has the questions word. It has prepositions. It has subject. What is missing here?
Is a noun?
Not a noun. Okay, how about Quỳnh Anh?
I think it's a verb.
It should be a verb, right? So be careful and catch the verb when you listen. And the last one, of course, it should be a
Adjective.
yes, this should be an adjective. An adjective should be here. Right, so now we're going to listen and fill in the blanks that you hear. And listen carefully because you only listen for it one time.
Track 58, Unit 8, Films. Page 87, Communication. Everyday English. A survey about films. Activity 3. Listen to the conversation and fill in the blanks with the words you hear.
I asked Mum to she said I could.
Hi, Lan. I'm doing a survey about films. Can I ask you some questions?
Sure, go ahead.
What kind of films do you like best?
I love comedies.
What's the name of your favorite comedy?
It's Dr. Johnny.
Who stars in it?
Bill Harris.
What do you think of it?
It's very funny.
Thank you.
All right, so what is the word for number 1? What kind of film do you like? Quỳnh Anh?
What kind of films do you like best?
Okay, what kind of film do you like best? The first one is best. It means that he wants to ask about Lan's favorite films or movie, right? Number 2. Ling?
I love comedies.
Comedies. So is it comedy or comedies?
Comedies.
Plural nouns, right? So number 2 is comedies in plural form. And number 3? Number 3. Sang? Number 3?
Favorite.
Favorite. Yes, favorite. Number 3 is favorite. Number 4, what is the verb? What is the verb, Ling?
Star.
Star or stars?
Star.
Stars. Okay. And the last one, what does Lan think about the movie? What does Lan think about the movie? Quỳnh Anh?
It's very funny.
It's very funny because it's a comedy. It's very funny. All right, so these are ways that Tom did to make a survey about films. So now what you have to do is that you're going to make a survey about film as well. So can you open your book on page 87 and look at exercise 4. Look at the table. So these are the information that you have to include when you do a survey. So what is the first thing that you have to include? What kind of information that you need in the survey? So first, of course, you have to write the member's name, and then later you ask about the favorite films. So it means that the name of the films. So what did Tom say to ask about the name of the film? What did Tom say? Ling, what did Tom say?
What's the name of your favorite comedy?
What's the name of your favorite comedy? Or if you ask your friend, you can ask, what is the name of your favorite films? Which film do you like best? And later, we asked about the type of the films and which questions that Tom used to ask about the type of the film. Giang, what did?
It's what kind of films do you like best?
What kind of film do you like best? And if he wants to ask about the main characters or the main actor or actresses, Ling, what was that?
Is who stars in it?
Who stars in it? Then last one, if he wants to ask about the review, he said,
What do you think of it?
What do you think of it? Okay, so now I need you to work in pairs, work with your friends, ask and answer about your friends' favorite movies or favorite films and fill in of these informations, and then later you have to report it to the class. Okay, I'm going to give you 5 minutes to talk with your friends, and your 5 minutes start in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so you have finished asking and answering within your groups. So now can you look at the model videos? There's a student reporting about her friend's favorite films. And then later I'll call one of you to go to present your work. Okay?
My friend's name is Steve. His favorite film is Finding Nemo because he loves animated films from Disney. The main character Nemo was voiced by Albert Brooks. This animated film is both educational, moving, and funny.
Alright, so are you ready to go to present your work?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so who's volunteer? Okay, Ling, come on.
My friend's name's Bob. He loves character Sakura because he likes animation and
So who's the main character? Who's the main character?
The main character is Sakura Kinomoto. Bob says he likes it because the film is very gripping and funny.
Okay, great work. Thank you. Alright, so we almost finished. In this lesson, we have learned to accept and decline the suggestions. And then later, what do we do? Do you remember? Quỳnh Anh, what did we do?
We do a survey about films.
Yeah, we did a survey about films. And then, what did Ling just did? What did Ling just do?
Ling reported to the whole class about
Yes.
the survey.
And she reported the survey result to the class. So don't forget to do your homework in your workbook, and you have to remember to write down them onto your notebook so that you know what you're gonna do at home. Okay. And it's the end of the class. Thank you. Thank everyone for attending. Bye bye. See you in the next class.
Goodbye, teacher.
Bye, teacher.